Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video we are going to talk about the new limited hero Lydia. We are going to try to figure out against what team she can be interesting to be played and in what team she is great. We are going to see if she is great without any exclusive and how good she is with exclusive. So let's talk about her. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm gonna play against that team. You are gonna see that there is a difference between exclusives against that team, but first of all, let's talk about the skills. She's giving to your team a huge advantage because with her passive, if you have a look, she gets always the first action during the battle. That means even if you have a Nazil in front of you, she's gonna play before your Nazil, and it gives an advantage to your team because no matter the skill she's gonna cast, if she casts the first active skill or the basic attack, she's gonna give rapid flow, reducing the direct damage taken by 40% on all your heroes. This is the equivalent to a consolidation 2, but this is a unique buff. That means enemies can't remove it, and this is a big advantage. This is so great. If she casts the ultimate, she's gonna put Water Curtain on all your heroes, and it's also giving a 40% damage reduction to your heroes. You can't cumulate both, and you can't cumulate them with the consolidation. But still, it's really strong. So she takes the first action during the battle. Okay, let's concentrate on that. So she can cast the basic attack here, dealing 3 stages of 90% attack damage up to 120% attack damage to a single enemy, steals 6% turn meter from the target, or 10% if she lands a crit. So you want to play her with some crit. Let's see if it does proc multiple times, 1 time per hit. Okay, so let's do that on space. Basic attack 3 times, so it procs 1 time per attack, and this is so freaking great. So let's restart the fight and let's see the difference. Okay, so here basic attack, okay, she has some crit rate, so if you don't have any crit rate, you can reduce the turn meter of the target by 18% in total. If you have, if you do a 3 crit rate, 3 crits, then you can reduce up to 30% the turn meter of the target with 1 basic attack. This is so great for a basic attack, and you can do that with a pursuit, so it's even better. Imagine using her with a Rista or a Ben Austin, then you are gonna steal all the turn meter every time to all enemies. This is so perfect. It can work also on Pauline because she doesn't apply a control on the basic attacks, so she won't increase the turn meter of Pauline, and this is why she is interesting for that basic attack. First active skill, she's gonna increase all allies attack by 40% and deal 3 stages of 70 up to 140% attack damage to all enemies. The more the layers of flowing rainbow the targets have, the better the damage. In order to put some flowing rainbow, you have to cast the ultimate or to have the exclusive 3 to cast 1 flowing rainbow at the beginning of the wave on all enemies. So it's an interesting attack, and that means you take the first action, you can cast that and increase the attack of your heroes by 40% at the beginning, turn number 1. It can be really strong. In function of the team you have in front of you. If they have someone to remove your buffs, then it's not gonna help. If they play before you, after your Lydia, then it's not gonna help too. So it's gonna depend on your heroes. But it's still really interesting. On the ultimate, she's gonna increase the tenacity of all your heroes by 60% for 2 turns and deal 5 stages of damage to all enemies. 50% attack damage, so not that much damage, but then she's gonna put 1 flowing rainbow on all enemies and 90% chance to inflict imprison on enemies for 1 turn. If they have 2 or more flowing rainbow. And this is why the exclusive 3 is gonna be so perfect, because at the beginning of the wave all enemies have already 1 flowing rainbow. If you don't have the exclusive 3, you are gonna put only 1 flowing rainbow with that skill. That means you can't imprison enemies with that skill directly. This is why the exclusive 3 is so perfect, because in prison Enemies with that debuff can't use skills, get turn meta increase, or act immediately. And this is so great. Imagine if you have a Tifia in front of you. No, she won't be able to act. Because normally she gets an extra turn after that hero acts, and so it's not going to be the case. Normally it's not going to be the case because she will be imprisoned. And we are going to see that. And if you have some heroes with Bizidon, for example, Bizidon is going to give an extra turn to another hero. Normally it's not working. Same command for Focus. It's not going to work because you can't give extra turn on heroes with imprisoned. And Space wants to be able to increase the turn meta of heroes. And this is why this is so great once you have the exclusive 3, but you need exclusive 3. So, Flowing Rainbow reduces the effect hit and the effect resistance of all enemies by 4% per layer, up to 10 layers. So in fact, you can reduce the resistance of enemies by 40% and their effect hit by 40%. This is a unique buff, so it can cumulate with the resistance down. That means if you have a Pauline in front of you, resistance down 2 reduces his resistance by 50%. And with that, you can reduce even more his resistance. That means if Pauline has 150% resistance, if you have her, she's gonna play first, you're gonna reduce his resistance by 4% and then higher than 50%, so he's gonna fall down below 100% resistance. This is so great. So, let's go on the Perceive. Prepare yourself because the Perceive is so massive to read. This is incredibly hard to understand. So, at the beginning of the wave, she takes the first turn. She will reset her cooldowns at the beginning of the wave. So, here, if she casts the basic attack or the first active skill, she's gonna put Rapid Flow on all your heroes and it remains at the wave transition. If you cast the ultimate, you are gonna put, instead of Rapid Flow, Water Curtain on all your heroes. That means no matter the skill you're gonna use, you are gonna reduce the damage taken by your heroes by 40%. But then the actions are gonna depend on the buff here. Rapid Flow, it's written here. After an ally with Rapid Flow casts active skill for once, she's gonna get 1 layer of Joyful Moment. And if she has 8 layers of that buff, that means if your heroes use 8 skills during the fight, then she's gonna consume all the layers and cast a special attack, Bullet Chase, dealing 100% attack damage to all enemies and inflicting 1 Flowing Rainbow to them. And after your heroes with Water Curtain takes 12 basic attack damage or skill damage, then she's gonna get 12 layers of counter attack moment. She's gonna consume every layers to deal 100% attack damage to all enemies and inflict 1 layer of Flowing Rainbow. So basically it's doing almost the same, but in one case with Water Curtain, if enemies attack your heroes 12 times, then you are gonna cast 1 extra attack and put 1 Flowing Rainbow on them. And in the other case, if you have Rapid Flow, then you are gonna consume 8 layers and deal the extra attack, okay? If you cast 8 skills with your heroes. It's super hard to understand. And it's not the only thing to understand because with the exclusive it's gonna change many things after, you are gonna see. So, if you have a look to the exclusives, the first one, allies with Rapid Flow are gonna get 10% turn meta when they are gonna use basic attacks. Allies with Water Curtain, if they take basic attack or skill damage, if they take damage, they are gonna steal 1 layer of random buff on the target, the opponent who attacks you. So it's great, it can be really nice, and we are gonna see how does it work. And if the target doesn't have any buffs, then you inflict one layer of Flowing Rainbow. So it looks like really interesting, but it's not broken at all. Let's talk about the others. Exclusive 2, when she gives Rapid Flow to your heroes, she is increasing their attack damage and skill damage by 30%. This is so great. This is so great. And every time she's gonna cast a bullet chase, that means every time your heroes are gonna use 8 skills, she's gonna reduce the cooldowns of their skills of all your heroes by 1 turn. Every time, this is so hard to understand. Every time she grants Water Curtain to your heroes, she reduces the basic attack damage and the skill damage of the opponent attacking your heroes by 30%. So freaking hard to understand. I'm gonna repeat that during the entire video, but yeah, this is so hard. In addition, every time she's gonna cast a bullet counterattack, that means your heroes in your team took 12 basic attacks or skill attacks. There is a 100% chance to increase the cooldown of all enemies' skills by 1 turn. And this is broken. This is completely broken. That means if you are using her in a tanky team with the second exclusive, you're gonna take a lot of attacks and enemies are gonna have cooldowns increased. This is so game changer. This is so perfect. And in the other case, if you are using the basic, if you are using some skills with some basic attack with your heroes, 8 times you are gonna reduce the cooldowns of all your heroes. This is, the second exclusive is broken, completely broken. And let's talk about the last one. This is game changer for the PvP. At the beginning of each wave, inflicts 1 layer of Flowing Rainbow to the targets on all enemies, and there is 50% chance to inflict Imprison for 1 turn when you use Bullet Chase or Bullet Counterattack. That means 8 basic attacks of your heroes or a 12 attack received by your heroes. 50% chance to imprison the targets, the enemies. This is so great. Because enemies in prison can have a turn meter increase, get a turn meter extra actions, etc. This is really nice. But this is not everything. She's gonna get 1 layer of extra bullets, up to 10 layers every time she's gonna cast Bullet Chase or Bullet Counterattack, and each layer is gonna grant her 8% of piercing rate and 15% of crit damage. Imagine the damage she's gonna deal over time. That means in PvP, if you are using her with a tanky team, the more you stay alive, the longer you stay alive, the higher the damage she's gonna inflict. In dungeons, this is gonna be the same. During a boss fight, for example, her damage are gonna increase a lot. She's gonna have 80% piercing rate. If you are using her with Shield Smash Aura, for example, she's gonna get 16%, I think. So 96% maximum if it is maxed out in stars. She's gonna ignore all the defense of the targets almost and have so many 150% more crit damage. She's gonna destroy enemies and it can't be removed when she dies or at wave transition. So in dungeon she's gonna be insane. So blah blah blah, enough talk, let's try her. So she plays first, as you can see she plays before Space and Pauline. So I can decide if I want to use that skill or the other one. So let's use that one. Nothing specific. The opponent plays before me, and even if I have the consolidation, Belton deals a crazy amount of damage, and so he kills me. So in some specific situations it can help you to survive, but here it is not the case. So let's put some exclusives on her. Exclusive 1, is it gonna change something here? I don't think so. Nothing against that team because it's gonna change nothing basically. I'm still taking the same amount of damage. Oh, and I survived with my Catherine. Okay. By the way, the stats of the heroes are corresponding to the stats of my own heroes on my account. So they are tanky and great DPS, okay? So let's try to put the second exclusive. Is it gonna change something here? I don't think so. So I'm gonna still do the same, so I have the tenacity buff on my heroes. But I'm still taking the same amount of damage. A bit less apparently. Let's retry. What happened? Because normally exclusive 2 here. Ah yeah, okay. It changes things because that time I'm gonna reduce the skill damage of enemies by 30%. So with the second exclusive, I can survive this kind of team. Let's try again. I survive. So exclusive 2 is game changer in PvP. Now let's have a look to the exclusive 3, because there is a space in front of us and you are gonna see that this is gonna be really interesting. As you can see, they already have one layer of flowing rainbow, and I'm gonna put another one here. So I'm gonna reduce the speed, and normally she won't be able to increase the turn meter of enemies. Okay, I need to have some effect hit on her so it will work. So let me change her stats just a bit. Let's say I have 80% here. And let's restart with everything. Let's synchronize again the data because they have a crazy amount of resistance. Okay, let's restart with that. So that time I have more effect hit. Let's try. In prison, okay, but Pauline, okay, in prison is a control effect, so it's increasing the speed of Pauline, the turn meter of Pauline, right? Control debuff, okay. I wasn't expecting that. So, apparently, it's not gonna be that broken. Against the Pauline, you're gonna have some troubles, but if you don't have Pauline in front of you, let's say I'm gonna replace Pauline by someone else. Who can I put here? Who can I use here? Let's say I want to use that. So, retry. In prison everywhere, and I'm playing before them because they had in prison, and so it's countering space. She used her ultimate, but it didn't increase the turn meter of enemies, and so I have the advantage. I can play before them. Okay, but I got stunned by Rista, but if I restart the fight, if I had more effect hits on her, it would proc on everybody. Okay, now it was the case. It worked. He's taking his turn. Why is he taking his turn? He was controlled. Oh no, he wasn't controlled. He took his turn because he's faster than my heroes. Yeah, it looks like they are stunned. This is why I thought he was controlled, but he was only imprisoned. So I take the advantage, I can control them, and now I beat the speed team. I have no speed increase, I have no space, no Ascindo, no Popper, and with that I can beat a space. I can beat a space. This is so great. Look at that. Let's retry it. And I won again. I won again. This is so powerful. This is so freaking great. So you can try her with a full tanky team. For example, here you are gonna put Brynhild, you are gonna put him, Imogen. You have all the broken heroes in the game. You are gonna put that, Imogen having that team. You are gonna survive so freaking long. And I'm gonna put that team because normally it's the most broken team ever. So we are gonna try with that and see in auto how long I can stay alive. So full exclusives on all heroes, this is the goal. I'm just gonna change the stats of the heroes. So synchronize data so they have the stats of my account. Same here. Okay, here apparently she's not the fastest, so normally she is really fast. Let's put that. And here I want to increase her speed. Let's say that she's a DPS, so I want that. This is corresponding to the stats of my heroes on my account. 500k here, 70% effect hit. Let's say I want a 100. And here no more crit damage. She doesn't require that much. And okay, let's try with that and see what happens. Let's put in auto and let's see who wins. Okay, so it was a control effect, but now I have the consolidation. They can't remove my consolidation. So normally I shouldn't take too much damage on my heroes. Brynhild won't deal that much damage to my heroes. Yeah, but there is something different, okay? I'm gonna put the same team, I'm gonna remove him, and I'm gonna put the same hero with me, okay? So let's say I want not Esther. I don't want Esther. Let's put Agatha. Let's put Agatha, okay? Agatha exclusive 2. Let's say I want to use that. Attributes. I'm gonna put the same stats as I have on my account. And you know what, let's retry with that. Let's synchronize again the data so they don't have too much effect resistance. 2700. Okay, let's restart with that and let's see what it does. Auto. Have the buffs. Taking some damage. Yeah, because Nordak was giving me a huge advantage. Okay, I lost her, but I still have the consolidation too. Yeah, Esther is giving a huge advantage to the opponent. It's almost the same team, right? Okay, Agatha exclusive 3 is reviving heroes. But remember that my Brynhild here has normally a bit more damage, and I won with that. I won with that. So, she is really interesting. In this kind of team, she won't change a huge amount of things, but still she is really interesting. So if you don't have Esther, you can put her in your team and it's gonna help you a lot. So maybe you don't have to have Esther now for the Classic Arena. For Advanced Arena, she's gonna be great, and for the Championship, she's gonna be amazing. So that was all for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If it's the case, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and then see you in the next one. Bye bye!